It seems we're finally getting into the portion of vermeil and gold that I've been waiting on. I know I forgot to upload last week's episode, but hey, we finally got our sleep schedule together, right? I'm actually feeling good and chipper this morning, and I'm going to try to get this video out as soon as possible. I'm gonna get to working on it immediately. But anyway, last week we met Chris, who was a member of the student council and, you know, beat up somebody that we respected in Rex, right? I mean, we didn't necessarily like respect him just yet, but Alto definitely did. We ended up fighting Chris, like we started the fight off with Chris, and then we moved on into this episode doing our final attack. And dude, when I tell you Alto looked cool for a split second, right? It was a brief moment in time. Alto actually looked cool as hell. I was thrilled, right? I'm like, yes, this is what we need. We need more character development out of Alto, which seemed like a little bit of a shock to everybody else because Rex didn't believe in him. A lot of the other school kids, they didn't believe in him on the outside, but they were more so like hoping that he beat Chris on the inside because Chris was very arrogant, over the top. I look down on y'all because I'm all the way up here in the air with my dragons. I'm the leader of the Dragon Rider Club and all this other shit, just to get brought down and humbled. I love when that stuff happens because that gives credence to character development later on in the anime or in the manga from the character that gets humbled. I always look forward to seeing what those characters do after they receive the treatment, depending on if they're brought up later on or not, which I think Chris is going to be an important character just based off of like what happened at the end of the episode. Not to mention, we get introduced to Professor Obsidian, and dude, the moment you heard him say one word, you already knew that it was Takehito Koyasu, one of the greatest voice actors of all time, in my opinion. Easily has the most distinct voice in anime because when you hear it, you already know who he is, right? Dio, everybody of that matter, Rosewall. Bro, I'm telling you, he voice acts so many different characters, and the moment I heard him talk, I knew he was a villain, right? And yes, we get confirmation that he's technically a villain. Like, I knew it from the jump. He was cool, he was loved by everybody, and I was like, this has the makings of being a villain, right? This character has the makings of being a villain. It makes the most sense. And not to mention, dude, we need to get grips on Lilia, man. She is one of the most depraved anime girls I've ever seen in my fucking life, bro. Oh my God. Like, I ignored it, right? Like, I was ignoring it for a while. I'm just like, dude, this shit's hilarious, right? Like, I'm not thinking anything of it. And then today's episode, I'm just like, dude, the length she's willing to go, spying on Alto all the time, worrying about what him and Vermeil are doing. And bro, I was just like, all right, man, this is depravity at its finest, and I fucking respect it because it's super duper funny coming from her, right? It's funny watching the lengths that she's willing to go to keep Alto to herself. Now to the main point that I wanted to make, and I didn't get a chance to say it earlier because I went on a fucking tangent, and yeah, my ADHD be kicking in at random times, but we are finally getting to the relationship aspect of this thing, the romance aspect of this thing, because it's something that I was curious about. I was like, are they going to immediately go to this? Because we know that it's there, and we know that the possibility of it happening is 50-50, because you got to remember, in anime like this, there's usually a time where either the demon gets banished, the demon gets, you know, wiped away from existence, or the demon goes back to living a demon life and never comes back, and then the MC ends up with somebody else that would probably be like Lilia in this aspect. But the moment that Alto popped the question to Professor Obsidian, like, can demons and humans fall in love? Is that possible? I was like, okay, it has been unofficially and officially confirmed that this is the route we're going, right? Because there's no reason for him to like not ask that question. And sure, it popped out of like, you know, love, right? Like, Alto told her you should only kiss somebody that you love, and she was like, you know what, I love you, blah, 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 blah. So that led to that question. And then, not to mention what was written on the paper as they were going shopping, right? That she not only loves sweets, but she loves Alto. And she was shocked by what Alto said, because we don't ever see Alto be confident, right? Like, confidence is not in Alto's vocabulary, but for him to say, I never want to lose when I have you by my side, I was like, oh shit, he doing it. Let's fucking go. Show that confidence. That shit's sick. And Vermeil seen that. I wonder what Lilia thought about that, because as y'all know, she snuck in that bitch and like booty, butt, cheek, ass naked just to see what Alto was on. That shit was crazy. But anyway, yeah, I'm totally glad that we got like some sort of confirmation as to what's going on, the chemistry, the romance between Vermeil and Alto. Dude, because if I was Alto, I would not have given a fuck, right? That's just me though, right? I would not have given a fuck. I would have been on the relationship tip from the beginning. That's a bad bitch, right? Like whenever, not to like divert from that point, because I'll get back to that in a second. Professor Obsidian saying what he said resonated and made a whole bunch of sense because as you know, succubi and shit, they're lust demons and they're only there for specific things. And it added to the point when Vermeil kissed Alto and Alto thought that he got his mana drained and it didn't happen, that, oh, maybe it's true. But you guys know the way they write these things. It's just like, oh man, she's just teasing me again. That shit always happens. But so far, it's not looking that way. On to Professor Obsidian, right? This dude is a fucking deviant, right? Super deviant. What did he inject into the student, right? In the article that came out and the student council was going over it, it said that she majored in ice magic, but was that really the case? It's like, did he inject like some sort of like ice magic enhancer or amplifier to like fuck her up like that? Like what reason would he have to do that? And it clicked at the end of the episode. What happened to Rex? Did he have something to do with Rex and his dinosaur like transforming and why Chris got beat the fuck up, bro? Like what is going on here? I have so many questions, and if there was something that I missed, make sure y'all let me know down in the comment section below. We can talk about it down there. If it's something I didn't bring up that you would like to also talk about, let it be known in the comment section as well. I love doing this type of shit because it leaves room for discussion and we can always like hypothesize on different things that we want to see from this anime and different like thought processes and shit like that. You know what I mean? I love doing that. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to next episode. Leave a like if you enjoy, subscribe if you're new. If you guys are fans of deep analysis videos and stuff like that, like what I do in regards to anime, make sure y'all, you know, like I said, hit the subscribe button, turn on the post notifications also. That way y'all know whenever I'm posting a video. That way y'all always, you know, Noti gang type shit. And you guys are always aware of when I do like community posts and whatnot. So yeah, man, make sure y'all do all that. I'm gonna get to editing this video as soon as I can, so hopefully you'll see it later on today. As y'all know, it's your boy xDomoSenpaix, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.